People. Que pasa, sapa, say what they do. Now the first part of the video is called These Jamaicans and the Smugglers Blues. Meaning that whenever they get caught, whenever they get arrested, charged and then deported to Jamaica, it seems as if little Jamaica, it cannot hold them. So therefore, they are going to do whatever it takes to reach back to the land of milk and honey, where you can pick gold from the street if you have any sorts of smuggler's skills. Now people, I am speaking about a 42-year-old man, and his name is O'Neill Wilkes. Based on information, it is said that Mr. Wilkes, he was deported from the United States back to Jamaica. However, he found his way back to America, more than likely through the Bahamas, Nassau, Bimini, back to Florida, and then back to his place, California, IA. Now people, you have to ask the question, how is it that somebody gets deported in 2014 and within a few short weeks, months, less than a year, he is back in America? And it is very simple. Jamaica, everything is for sale, meaning passport. Because the truth and the fact is that based on the policies of the United States, if you get deported from the United States, you're not able to go through the Bahamas. You are blocked automatically from going through the Bahamas and then going through Florida via way of boat, illegally, of course. However, we see that Jamaica has a new passport. With this new passport, it has facial recognition. However, whenever you can buy documentation or let people sign off and get some people to say, yes, that is him, you could get different identity in different names. So more than likely, that is how this man had access to leave Jamaica after being deported in 2014. Fast forward 2015. It is said that this man went to America, Florida to be specific. He applied for a Florida driver's license using the identity of somebody else that is an American, a US citizen. In 2016, a year later, he used said identity and he applied for a US visa, US passport, citizenship passport. He got it. And he was traveling overseas with that passport. Now people, you would ask yourself, the average person, if they get deported and get an opportunity to go back, wouldn't they lay under the cut? Wouldn't they lay under the radar? Not these Jamaicans. He was missing the money that he was missing when he got deported and got some sort of time, because obviously he must have done something wrong, or he was there without any sorts of legal paper, meaning green card, any sorts of visa, rete, lele, blue, blah, bling. Now people, fast forward 2019 in California. So therefore he came back 4 years, 2015, 2019, April of 2019, he was driving in Southern California. He was pulled over by law enforcement. Don't know if it's a state trooper, drug enforcement, whatever the case is. He had 5 kg of cocoa, the white stuff. He was locked up April 2019. Fast forward 3 months later, there was a package going from California to Connecticut. It was intercepted. It had at least 6 kg of the white stuff again, Cindy Breakspear, not the Bob Marley. Fast forward a month later, the federals, the feds, the D.E.A, relevant authorities, state trooper, local popo, they got a warrant and they went to 2 premises that his name is on. They searched those premises and they searched a car that belonged to him, and they found 4 kg of fentanyl. Now people, what fentanyl is, it is used for the packaging of that said cocoa, meaning that it is used as cut. So therefore you can have 4 or 5 kg of the good white stuff, and then you put on maybe about 1 kilogram of the cut, and then you have an extra that you're selling at the market price, 30 or 40 G's. So therefore you're making profit with something that you maybe paid a couple of, maybe less than a couple of hundreds of dollars for. So therefore, because of the potency of the stuff, the white stuff that you're using, you could cut it and make it more. So therefore we are speaking about increasing your profit margin. So anyways, people, this man went to court the other day and he went to trial. The case started December of 2021, the 13th to be specific. And at that trial, he was found guilty of a jury of his peers. Don't know if any Jamaican was there. However, that is what they call it. In a couple of days, he was found guilty. Based on information, it is said that he is supposed to be sentenced on the 16th of March 2021. So people, based on the information, it is said that, listen, this man is supposed to get a minimum mandatory of 12 years. That means that 12 years is the least that he can get. And out of those 12 years, he has to do 85% of the time. So people, do the maths, in excess of 9 years he is going to do. It is also said that he also is going to forfeit $160,000 that was found when he was arrested at a house with some other ID. He is also going to forfeit 3 motor vehicles, high-end cars, of course, Benz, BMW, Porsche, Rete, Lele, Blue, blah, bling. He is also going to surrender a $50,000 diamond, I guess, diamond chain or diamond earring, whatever the case is. And amongst other stuff, I think a watch that he also bought for $12,000. More than likely, Rolex, Presidential or Daytona, one of those. Top of the top of the top. So people, at the end of the day, it shows you that these Jamaicans, their head is very hard. Now people, before I speak about that, I am going to speak about a couple of possible scenarios, meaning that how is it that this man was caught with 5 kg on April and he was still out there doing business? Was he working for the feds? Was he used to set up other people? Because people, you understand how the feds work. The feds use a small fish, and when I say fish, not the shibada type, meaning in the DRVG game. The big fish, the orca, or the whale, that is what the feds do. Them get a little fish, them get a bigger fish, then them get the biggest fish. So therefore, the domino effect going upwards to get more people, to get the head of the stream or the head of the hierarchy, the top man, meaning the kingpin. So people, this man get hold with 5, and then 3 months later, he was implicated again with some package that is going from California to Connecticut. So therefore, how was he out? This man did not have any sorts of paper. This man was deported. This man re-entered the United States illegally. This man got a driver's license. This man got passport. And then this man get hold with 5, and then come back get hold with 6, and then come back a month later. So within 4 months, 5, 6, and 4 kg of cut fentanyl, which is also, I think, the same as anisotal, which is also a next sort of cut. Ask me how I know, a little birdie told me so. So people, me just say, it just shows you how Jamaicans are. It just shows you that if Jamaicans put their mind to positive stuff, because people, it is not easy. If you leave from a country, don't know how old he was when he went there, don't know the reason why he was deported, but obviously he was doing something wrong. So therefore he had the ambition, he had the goal, he had the drive to get himself back in America. And people, you know, say money talk and BS walk. So therefore, more than likely he was there before doing all sorts of hustle game. And when he came back, he hit the road running. He was picking gold from the street. He was not laying. So people, we see say this youth his hustle game or this man's hustle game is out there. It is on fleek, point blank and period. However, people, like all good things, everything has to come to an end, especially when you are doing something wrong. The possibility or the probabilities are, whenever you are entangled in any sort of dirty bungle, the dirt is going to get exposed soon or later. Especially in this game, this hustle game, especially as it pertains to the cocoa. Now, people, I am not telling anybody to get a new trade, meaning hustle the Bob Marley. Me just say, whenever you're doing any sort of thing that is wrong, especially as it pertains to cocoa, it seems as if the only people that are successful are the people that are actually working with the popo. So therefore, a lot of these persons are snitches. The ones that you see coming to Jamaica flossing, doing all sorts of money pull up, going all over the place with all sorts of expensive car, retail, lily, and people. I am not saying that that is the case in every case. Me just speak in general. So people, whenever you see people with stuff, don't be jealous. Don't watch them, because you don't know what they're doing. You don't know who they are stepping on. You don't know who they are selling out. You don't know who they are giving up for their own freedom. And the next thing, people, like me say, just do the right thing, because whenever you do the wrong thing, it is always going to catch up to you. So therefore, this man, he got an opportunity at the United States. He decided that he was going to do the wrong thing. He got deported. He came back. He was doing the same thing. As a matter of fact, he might have even gotten worse. And people, at the end of the day, he is going to end up with a minimum mandatory of 12 years. He is presently 42-year-old, so therefore 12 and 42, that are 54. So people, he is going to be a middle-aged man by the time he comes out. And remember, whenever he goes to sentencing on March 16, 2022, he is not guaranteed to get just a minimum of 12. 12 is the least that he can get. He can get 20, he can get 30, he can get 40, especially the fact that he was a deportee, especially the fact that he re-entered the country illegally, especially the fact that he applied for a driver's license, a passport, all sorts of identity thing, all sorts of fraud, all sorts of this, all sorts of money laundering. People, his goose is going to be cooked, point blank and period. He is going to have a very long time to think about his act, to think about his deed. So anyways, people, that is my views on the whole thing as it pertains to that. And like me say, it is just my views and opinion. It is not the gospel. Your views and opinion can be respectfully different from mine. But let me know what you think in the comment section. Bless up.